Hi friends, it's Anne here, and today's video is my third update for my project pan for 2022. So this is my year-long project pan. I'm doing this in the Team Project Pan style. I think I'm doing it more similar to Kat this year. Normally they were doing like a full range of like makeup and face care and like skincare and body care and hair care. I'm just doing mostly makeup. I have a couple other items, but it's like 95% makeup. That's probably not the right math. But yeah, so let's just get started with the update. And if you saw the thumbnail, I'm so close on so many items, yet not close enough, obviously. The first item in my project is, again, not the Urban Decay All-Nighter. This is a Bath & Body Works facial mist. I do want to point out, I didn't include this in my like setting sprays because I don't feel like this is a makeup product at all. It's just like a refreshing, like cucumber type mist thing. So that's why it's not within my setting sprays. In case anybody wondered or cared that I was ignoring it or that I miraculously maybe finished it and that's why it wasn't in my inventory. So last month this was 102.27 grams. It's now 108.02 grams. That's a difference of 21.25 grams. I really feel like I'm moving through this pretty good. Like I feel like I'm down here somewhere. So I don't know, maybe a couple more months. If I finish this in a couple months, I'd be pretty happy. I'd be surprised because I feel like it might take longer than that, but I'd be really happy if I finish this in a couple months. The primer in my project is the Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothing Priming Moisturizer. Moisturizing primer, this guy. I have drawn some lines on the side where I think this is at by shining a light through this. However, I have a sneaking suspicion that it's actually further down. I feel like it's somewhat hollow in the middle and it's more just sort of stuck to the sides at the bottom there. This morning it was kind of like sputtering out and I had to like really shake it to get product out. So I think I can finish this in the next month. I'm pretty sure it'll be done in the next month. So again, this is one of my so close, but not close enough to finish this month, but I'm pretty sure this will be done next month and then I can roll in a new primer. So last month this was 29.69 grams. It's now 20.16 grams. That's a difference of 9.53 grams. I feel like I used a lot of this past month. The foundation that I'm working on is the CoverGirl Vital Elixir Foundation in Ivory number 605. And again, this is another product that I've drawn some lines on it. Again, I'll throw up the pictures for comparison. This is another product that I think is a little further down. Well, it's definitely further down than what you can see on the side. Like it looks like it's really high up on the side. It's actually not. Actually, I have a little like scrape mark way down here on this side. It's a product that's really stuck on the sides, and the reason why I discovered that is again the little pump was like, and I couldn't get product out, so I like took it out, and I was like, oh, this is a lot further down than I thought it was. And I kind of used my spatula to try and scrape some of it down off the side, move it around, so like the little pump is working again. But yeah, for some reason I thought this was a lot, not for some reason, based on like the sides, it looked like it was a lot more full than what it was. There's definitely a lot less product in here, which again, this is like a mixed bag for me. I really like this foundation. I'm so sad it doesn't exist anymore. I think I really like it because it has a thick, this sounds weird, but it has like a thicker texture. So I feel like it doesn't like sink into like the little divots and fine lines in my face. I feel like it really sort of glides over it. Like there's some sort of like consistency to it that gives it a bit of like, I don't know, smoothness. It helps smooth out my face a little bit better. So yeah, anyway, but on the flip side, I will be happy to be able to get through this. Like I definitely feel like I can get through this year and still work on another foundation. So it would be nice to like finish out 2 foundations this year. I'm not sure if that'll be possible, but that's the aim, is to finish out 2 foundations. Last month, this was 124.97 grams. It's now 120.2 grams. That's a difference of 4.77 grams, a little bit less than what I had been using previous months. I have been playing with a couple other foundations, but still a pretty good amount for me. The concealer I'm working on is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles in the light shade. Again, I'll throw up the picture. You can see this one is moving down. We're moving along on this one. And yeah, like I'm, again, happy and sad. I like this product, although I think this is an older, I know this is slightly older packaging, I think. I think the packaging has changed on this a little bit. So again, I will buy another one of these when this is done, but I think I'm going to get, I think there's the brightening one, and I think that's the one I like better than this. I have really pink undertones, so when the concealers are like the brightening or the pink ones, they actually just work really well with my skin tone in general. So yeah, so there's that. Last month, this was 23.51 grams. It's now 23 grams, so that's a difference of 0.51 grams. The powder I'm working on is this Clinique Almost Powder Makeup in 02 Neutral Fair. I've taken the pictures, but I haven't looked at them yet. Like, I haven't actually edited them yet, so I don't know if this is going to show. I don't know, visually looking at it, I don't feel like it looks much different than last month, but I can't really remember what it looked like before. So yeah, I know it's moving though, because there's a number difference, and I do use this like pretty much every day. Yeah, I think I use this like every day. Any day that I wear makeup, I'm using this. So last month this was 47.01 grams. It's now 46.34 grams. That's a difference of 0.67 grams. This guy, this is my Franken bronzer. Can you tell by my body language? It's not done. It's so close. It's so close. So close. I mean, I probably could call it. I'm not getting a whole lot. There's probably like, I don't know, 4 days left, maybe. I could probably get 4 days out of that, I think. But I didn't want to call it just yet because I don't, yeah, like, I'm not calling it. I want to finish it. I want this to be a clean pan. That's the goal, is to clean that pan out and be done with it. It's not going to happen until next month. It makes me so sad. So anyway, last month this was 58.73 grams. It's now 57.86 grams. So that's a difference of 0.87 grams. So I am actually going to roll in a bronzer. I'll talk about that at the end. I don't have it here, so I have to go get it anyway. Next up is my blush. I have this little Annabelle blush duo in Doll Face. Again, I don't know from the pictures it's going to show a whole lot different. I didn't use this a whole lot this month, to be honest. I was kind of using it, and then I really realized I want to repress it, but I was like waiting till the end of the month. I'm like, I kind of want to show it in this video, see where it's at, like show where it's at. This is where it's at. And then the next time you see this, it will be repressed. And again, I think what I'm going to do is repress this in that CoverGirl compact that the Franken bronzer is in. That's the plan. So again, I might not use this for another few days until that bronzer is finished, and then what I'm going to do is repress the two together. I pretty much use the two colors together. It is what I'm wearing today. But yeah, I figure I might as well just repress it now, because I feel like it's getting awkward to use. I feel like my brush is just hitting all the plastic, and I don't think that's good for my brush. I don't know, it just feels weird. So yeah, I'm going to repress this as soon as I finish up that Franken bronzer. And what I'm going to try and remember to do, see if I'm smart enough to remember this, is to weigh the packaging before I press this in it, so then I have an idea of how much product I have left to actually use. Hopefully I remember to do that. I'll end up repressing it, putting it in, and being like, God damn it, I forgot to weigh it. Anyway, last month this was 21.32 grams. It's now 21.24 grams. That's just a difference of 0.08. I could have sworn I used it more than that. So hopefully, I don't know if the weights are wrong on that. But yeah, I didn't use that a whole lot. I've been using, like, I shouldn't say finish up. This is probably a bit of a spoiler. I used the rare blush that I've been using in my Pan of Green Gables project. And then I pulled out the Balm's Down Boy blush. I got that last year in a Tribe Beauty box, and I feel like I barely used it. So I've been using that over like the past week or so. It's a very bright, pinky, punchy spring color. It feels great for spring, even though it's snowing today. So yay. Spring, where are you? Next up is my highlighter. This is the Milk Makeup highlighter in Lit. I feel like I'm really moving through this a lot slower than I thought. Like, I knew it was going to be slow, but I feel like I'm moving through it really slow. I think I'll pick up more in the summertime. I see myself maybe using this on my body a little bit in the summertime, and not just my face. I might use it as like a base too, like a highlighting primer. I I think I've done that a couple of times, but I haven't done that very regularly with this product just yet. So yeah, it's moving kind of slow. In my little, like I have it in a book where I'm marking it. I couldn't even draw a new line. Just felt too close to the previous line, but there is a weight difference. So last month this was 19.03 grams. It's now 18.85 grams. So that's a difference of 0.18 grams. Next up is my brow product. This is the ABH Dip Brow Pomade in Taupe. And this is moving along, I think. I mean, like I said, I've taken the photos, but I haven't compared. But visually looking at it, I'm like, wow, I'm really moving through this. I'm moving through this faster than I actually anticipated, which is kind of good because it's pretty old and I need to move it out. With ABH, I'm not sure what to do. I talked about I do want to repurchase this, but not sure I really want to purchase anything from ABH. So I'm thinking of maybe trying out one of the drugstore ones. I think Maybelline has like a tattoo studio one. I think there might be a Revlon or a L'Oreal one. So I might look into getting one from the drugstore. My fear with the drugstore ones is they're going to be red. They're going to have a red tinge to them because that's some of the problems with brow products at the drugstore versus brow products at like ABH or like Sephora, like the mid-range ones. There's better color range in like the mid to higher price ones compared to the drugstore price range. So yeah, I don't know what to do about that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We're not there yet. So last month this was 45.13 grams. It's now 45 grams even, so that's a difference of 0.13 grams. Next up is this little single shadow that I'm using. It's so teeny tiny. This was from the Real Her palette that I was using, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, as a panning palette. And I just wanted to finish up this little shade because I think it's doable to finish this shade up. And I feel like, I mean, I haven't seen the pictures, but I feel like that pan's getting a lot bigger now. Might be getting close to repressing time potentially. I have tried this as a highlight. I mean, it's not too bad to get a brush. I sometimes use like a taper brush for highlight. It's okay. I don't really love it as a highlight. I use it more for like inner corner highlight or brow bone highlight. It works really well with my Pan That palette because there's nothing this light in a shimmer in that Pan That palette. The lightest shade is the Marzipan shade, which I've used quite a bit of as well. Kind of tell the shades that I like to use. Anyway, last month this was 1.59 grams. It's now 1.51 grams. So that's a difference of 0.08 grams, which again for me for eyeshadow is pretty good. Since I've started this, I've used a quarter of a gram. And no, we're not talking about drugs. I've used 0.25 grams since the beginning of this year. So I feel like that's pretty good. Next up, I have my lip liner. This is the Annabelle lip liner in Spice. I have been using this. I have sharpened it since the last time, but when I did like my little measure, it seems still pretty close to where it was last month. I talked about this in my last month that I feel like it's almost more of a fall color. I don't know, I might like it in the summertime. I just feel like it's not fitting my style right now. I mean, I'm wearing a pink lip and this is not pink at all. But yeah, it's just, I'm not drawn to using this. Like, I'll get it done, but it's taking its sweet time. So last month this was 2.75 grams. It's now 2.7 grams. That's a difference of 0.05. Again, not a whole lot considering I've used more than a quarter of a gram. Again, not drugs. On this one, I've used 0.27 grams since I've started this project. Now we're into the two non-makeup items that I have in this project. Again, so close and not close enough. My Pond's Cold Cream Makeup Remover. Like, you can see on the inside, we're right there. We're right at the bottom. We are so close. We're right there, guys, but not close enough. And I think I said that in my last video that I would probably not be quite done this, and there'd probably be a little bit left to finish up in the next month. And I was right. At least I know I said that at some point, that I was hoping to finish it within the first 3 months of the year, but I wouldn't be surprised if it took a little bit longer than that. So, I mean, I'm not disappointed, but it would have been really nice. I could have had like 2 empties in this update. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Anyway, next month will be the exciting month. Oh, weights on this one. So last month this was 92.15 grams. It's now, wow, that is not, oh, it is the right number. I was like, that is not the right number. Because from a makeup perspective, it's like crazy. It's now 56.86 grams. So that's a difference of 35.29 grams. I did really focus on trying to use this. I also used quite a bit of this when I was doing my makeup swatches for my makeup inventory, particularly the lipstick swatches, because they were really hard to get off, some of them, without using like a makeup remover. So there's that. And another item that's close, but not close enough. We're almost there. It's the Smith's Rosebud Salve. So that's the lid. That's what it looks like. Sorry. This guy. So you can get this at Sephora, at least in Sephora, Canada. We're close. We're almost there. So close. This is a product that I put in the project, but I don't use as a lip balm. That's why it's not in my lip project pan, because the smell, I can't. The smell is just, I don't know what it is going on with me right now, but like smells, I'm just super sensitive to smells right now, and everything is making me nauseous. So I've been putting this like on my feet a little bit, on my like dry spots on my knees. Yeah, so I'm slowly getting through this. It will be done next month, I'm pretty sure. I just got to remember to use it, because I did kind of forget to use this for a while, for a couple of weeks. I was like, ah, crap. And had I used it for those couple of weeks, this probably would have been done. Last month, this was 19.77 grams. It's now 18.25 grams. That's a difference of 1.52 grams. The item that I rolled in last month is the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Eyeliner in Blacker. And I'm really happy that I'm working on this. I'm definitely seeing progress. I've already done my little measure against my book, and there's definitely progress. I do feel like it is drying out ever so slightly. I feel like it was a bit creamier when I first got it, so I'm glad I'm using it now. Like, it's still functioning. It's not nearly like the minis where like I couldn't use them at all. They were just non-functional. Like, it's still functional, but I do feel like I need to kind of go back and forth over the line a little bit, which I'm pretty sure when I first got it, it was a bit more pigmented over like a first swipe. I do feel like the Essence one is probably going to be better than this one. That might be the next one that I use. I don't know. I've got two other ones that are kind of older than that one. But again, I'm a little concerned with the Essence one being so creamy that it might dry out. I don't know. Let's maybe not get ahead of ourselves and use this first, because this is going to take a while. Like, this is going to be in the project for like at least 3 or 4 months. Like, based on my amount of usage, I think it's going to be in for about 3 or 4 months. So when I introduced this, introduced this last month, it was 6.23. It's now 6.17, so that's a difference of 0.06, which I think is not too bad for an eyeliner, because sometimes like eyeliners and lip liners, it's like 0.01. So at least we're seeing some number change here. And because I'm almost done that Franken bronzer, I am going to roll in a bronzer now, even though I might not use it for about a week, but I want to get it into the project now, get it started. So I'm going to go grab that. So with this project, I've kind of unintentionally, at least when I started, it was sort of unintentionally oldest or older products in my collection, and I've just kind of rolled with that. So when I was looking at my bronzers, I was kind of like, well, what are my older bronzers? And this guy, besides that NYC one that I will finish eventually, but again, it's such a one-off, and I love it, and I don't want to finish it too soon. Too soon. I've had it forever. But you know what I mean. This is one, though, that I think is a good one to pick. This is the Nude Sticks Nudies Matte All Over Bronze color, and this is in the shade Sunkissed. And I figured, so I have 3 from 2019. I have two Faced ones, and then I have this one, and this one was the cream one, so I figured let's go with the cream one. Let's use this one. And I can still use the powder ones. Like, the reason why I like picking creams is because then I can still use powder ones like over top or with it, in conjunction with it. So yeah, there's not a whole lot of product in this, but I've never used a cream bronzer in a stick before, so I don't know how long this will take me. Based on how I use product, I tend to use a lot of bronzer. Again, I don't know about this though because it's cream, but in general, compared to like blush and highlighter, I definitely go through bronzer much faster. So it technically could go faster than like the Milk Makeup highlighter. Or, again, if it's really pigmented and I find I don't use a lot of it, it could go a lot slower than I anticipate. So we'll see. We'll just roll with it. But yeah, like this project 2, That's not what I want to say. This project for me is also one that is more long-term type products. I'm trying to use up like full-size products because it is my year-long project, whereas some of my other projects are more like rotating type items. Anyway, that's it. That is my third update for my project pan for 2022. I hope you like this update. Feel free to give a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.